Venom, Lethal Protector, Issue 1. And man, do I wish this was an original copy instead of the Trick or Treat, what do you call it? What's that thing called now? Halloween Comic Day or whatever it is. It's interesting, but nonetheless, I'm glad to at least have a reprint of the book. Though I wish Marvel would kind of do what they did with some of their re-releases, like with Alpha Flight, where they kept the original ads, because I hate opening that, and I'm like, oh, no. And no offense to any, but I could give a shit about no. I miss when the symbiote was more shrouded in mystery instead of like everything having to have a fracking origin. So I very much hate Noel in that regard. Anyway, San Francisco Bay, or should I say San Francisco, fabled city by the bay, the jewel in Northern California's cultural crown. From the hippie movements of the 60s to human rights struggles in the 90s. San Francisco has long been a mecca of creativity, a haven of freedom, but as with most urban areas in this modern age, there are always those who seek more freedom than the law allows. And so it feels a little on the nose. We're opening up on a mugger. Okay. But we have to find a way to introduce our character. And so I like how it goes, establishing shot of this kind of nice, clean, and as we keep going, okay, we see the nice city by the bay, the Golden Gate Bridge, and then we kind of get into the cities, and then we get down into the grime and grit of the inner city parts. He goes, that scared you good. I was like seeing fear in my eyes, victims. And I love how, even though he thinks he's the bee's knees here, we get this just jet black silhouette of Venom. And then it says, Stan Lee presents Venom, Lethal Protector, Part 1, Dark Soul Drifting. I promise I could talk. David Michelinie doing the writing, Mark Bagley doing the penciling, De La Rosa and Milgrom doing the inks, Richard Starking letters, Marie Javins doing the colors, Danny Fingeroth was the editor, and Tom DeFalco, editor-in-chief. And so, echoing off what the mugger here said, what a coincidence, so do we. And it's just a beautiful way in a number one, as I always say, to introduce our hero. Because Venom's always been more of a, what do you call it? Anti-hero to me. You're despicable and all your kind, preying on the defenseless, bringing nothing but misery, pain, and death. You make us sick. And just drowns him with the symbiote. It's over. Now you'll do nothing but decay, running in rivets of rotten corruption, mingling with the rest of the filth in the sewers of, oh, forgive us, we're being rude. Hi, we're Venom. And just kind of that puppy dog look like, oh, my bad. Here, pat, pat. You're safe now. No, please, there's no need to thank us. Your joy is reward enough and sends me happily on my way. And this poor girl, she just doesn't know how to take all this. And what I like is how Michelinie or Michelin, I forget how to pronounce his name. I love how we just get that schizophrenic talk like, oh, hi, Venom. Hello, Venom. How you doing, Venom? Yes, I agree. Protecting innocence is satisfying indeed. After all, we were innocent once, before that vile Spider-Man shattered our lives. You, my alien friend, were rejected when you tried to bond with him, to become his living costume, a gift I accepted gratefully. While my career as General Eddie Brock was obliterated by the web-slinger and callous, self-serving publicity ploys. So even though it kind of feels like exposition, we're moving through the city. We're getting movement in the book. It doesn't feel static, but it's at least catching readers up on why Venom's in San Francisco, why he's all of a sudden a hero compared to what he was. So it's a nice little way for a number one, introducing this character on his own to give readers a chance to dive in who may not know who the hell Venom is. But nonetheless, him trying to establish a life, tries to get a hotel room, and like, that's Eddie Brock. Hair's different, but let's get him. Keep those hands where we can see him, fella. We just want to ask you some questions. Holy Jesus, it is him. You're under arrest, Brock, for murder. Even here, no peace. Which, of course, catches the attention of Spider-Man. And I miss when they did this back in the day where they would show his dual face like that. It was kind of cheesy, but it just was part of the staple of the Spider-Man books. So something I miss. But anyway, what I like is I was just talking about how we kind of get an idea of who Eddie Brock and Venom are. We then get Peter's point of view where he's going, I wonder where he'd gone. But now that I know, what do I do? After all, in a way, I'm responsible for Venom's existence. I'm the one who, as Spider-Man, brought the alien symbiote to Earth when I thought it was just a programmable costume. I didn't know it was alive, that it wanted to join with me forever. I finally had to use sound to get rid of it. The loud tolling of cathedral bells, for a while I thought I'd killed it. And again, just gives readers a chance to understand his relationship to Eddie Brock, how he became disgraced, how the symbiote went to him, and how they finally kind of became a shaky understanding, letting the anger go. And of course, again, Venom going on his way. But that leads Peter to San Francisco. And of course, puts the two at odds. You shouldn't be here. We had an arrangement. We'll discuss your betrayal later. For the moment, there's something you need to know. Those gentlemen you refer to as peace officers aren't. What? Get them! So Peter misjudged what Venom was doing. He was actually trying to help these homeless people, which at this point leads into what the plot of Lethal Protector is going to be, because there's a sect of homeless people that are trying to live underground safely, but there's a guy, of course, trying to do real estate who creates these diggers, I think is what they're called, and they look to Venom now as their lethal protector. Hence the book. So that is what the fuss has been about with Venom Lethal Protector. Is it like groundbreaking stuff? No. Is it a fun, I can't say standalone, a fun little mini series with one of our favorite Spider characters? Hell yeah. And I highly recommend it. If you guys have the ducats, please first and foremost support your local comic shop and grab an original copy, which I'm still hoping to eventually get. If you've enjoyed this review, really would appreciate taking a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Helps the channel more than you could possibly know. And if you don't mind hitting that fancy little symbiote bell, next subscribe. That way I can upload content. You guys get notified. Come to the channel, and I love talking with you on hearing your thoughts and feedback down in the comments or the socials, which I'll make sure the links down in the description. So with all that said, hope you all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading, and happy hunting, everyone.